Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are actually doing an Etsy shop critique. And this is one of the many critiques that I be doing for free for the entire year. So if you are interested in getting a critique of your Etsy store and you're struggling with sales or maybe you're struggling with SEO, make sure that you sign up today. I will leave the link below the video as well as in the comments section. Now, also, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel and you want to learn how to grow an impactful online business, don't forget to subscribe today. Don't forget to show me some love by liking this video and leaving a comment below. So I'm going to head over to my computer to start the critique. I'll see you there. So here we are on the computer and we're going to do an Etsy shop critique on the store called Planners by M. Now she has a Organize Your Life printables, templates, trackers, and planners. So this is really unique. It's something different that I haven't done a critique on, which is really cool. So make sure that you watch all the way to the end because you'll learn some new tips and tricks that you could apply for your very own store if you're washing. Now, the listing that I'm going to be doing a critique is this one here. And normally what I do is I pick any listing and I talk about product photography, I talk about the title, I talk about SEO, on-page and SEO, off-page factors. I talk about branding, the curation of your shop, and much more. And I break it down into sections so it could be easy for you guys to follow through, take notes if you need to. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about on this video, you could apply to your own store. Even if you don't have a planner store, maybe you sell something different, whether it's jewelry, maybe you sell printables, maybe you sell t-shirts, right? It doesn't matter. It's basic general information that I'm giving out that you could apply and learn from. So make sure you take all the notes. If for whatever reason you have any questions about anything that I mentioned on this critique, you could always leave a comment below with your questions and I'll be more than happy to help you out as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is product photography. You guys know already that every time I talk about product photography, I'm going to say the same thing. It's so important to have an amazing photo. Keep this always in your mind. SEO is how they found you, right? When you do SEO correctly, the customer finds you through the search results. When they find your picture or when they find your product, the picture's job, right? The job of that image, that Etsy photo, is to make the person want to click. So if you have an amazing product, but your photo is not that great, people won't click. It's just that simple. If you have an amazing product and you have an amazing photo, the likelihood of someone clicking actually increases, right? Because people buy based on visuals. Like they see it, they're like, oh, I love this. They click on it and they learn more. Your listing description is what closes out the sale. So SEO is how they found you. Your picture is what makes them click. And your listing description builds that trustworthiness with the customer. They read it, they learn more about the product. They read a listing description that's engaging, that has all the information they need to know. And then they process it and they say, okay, I want to go ahead and proceed with the order. So you definitely wanted to keep that always in mind. Everything works collectively together. So you can't just work on SEO and have bad photos, or you can't just have amazing photos but your SEO is not great. Everything comes together in a full circle, in other words, and everything helps each other. So just keep that in mind. Your product looks like it's amazing. So that I don't have a problem. Just by looking at it, I could tell. The issue is your photos are not the best. I do like that you put all the sheets right here and then you have the main cover. That's great. I even like how you created your planners by having your actual logo incorporated. That's genius. That's something that everyone should apply, including myself. So I do love that idea. Now, what you need to make sure that you do is fill out every single photo that you can. What I would do is do a picture with just the product, like maybe something like this that showcases all of them, and then have like 3 to 4 sheets individually per page. So people could have it closer. Like even when I click to zoom in, I really can't tell what I'm getting unless I zoom in. But a lot of people don't know how to do that. So it's just easier if when they zoom in, they could actually see the product a little bit better. You could also benefit from adding shadows to your listings. I think you have some, but it's you could barely see them, but it looks good. Your product is amazing. The issue is, in my opinion, it's just your photo. It has to be a little bit more popping. And then what I would do is include, like I said, additional photos. Have the main one. I have some in my store that I could kind of show you. I have this one here. It's like an SEO planner. And I have the main photo, which kind of shows you what you get. And then when the customer clicks over, they could actually see the actual package of what they're getting. You see, they could look at it and know what exactly they're getting. And if you don't want to do it this way because you don't want people to steal your ideas, you could overlap them together. I don't mind showing it because, not too many people are going to be too lazy to redo this again and sell it as their own, to be quite honest. So I'm not too worried about it. But you could overlap them like this if you don't want to show your content, but you definitely want to make it big enough that when people click on it, they could actually read the titles and kind of have a better idea of what exactly they're getting in their actual planner kit that they're buying from you. So have multiple photos showcasing. So you have right now included, you get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get 8. So you could do 4 pictures, 2 of each page, showcasing it. Maybe you could have the cover on top of it, and then having the side pictures peek out on the side, just like how I did with right here, that I have the cover and then one picture here and one picture here, kind of on the side. That's what I would recommend for you to do to showcase it a little bit better. But making sure that your photos, people could see them, they could at first glance know exactly what they're getting. It's really important. And the more practice you do that, I know photos could be tricky, but the more you put practice into it, the better they will get eventually as well. I still need to work on mine as well. I'm always like fixing or updating something because you keep learning and learning and learning, right? You could also do it like this, like my banner. I don't know. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see how I have the main page here, and then I have the other ones peeking out. You could do something like that on every single page, and it doesn't show the content that you're giving away, or at least not fully. So that's another technique that you could do. So yeah, definitely work on your photos. I think that will really, really help you. Addition to that, I will have a picture that tells the customer what to do next. When you sell online, call to actions are really important. So telling the customer, hey, click below to learn more, or, don't forget to favor our store. Don't forget to favorite this listing, right? People can actually favorite your listing when they're browsing. This is the heart right here. You want to tell the customer what to do next. And call to actions are really important because, they're visiting your store. It's not like they're visiting an actual store that you could ask them, hey, did you need help? What did you need help with? How can I help? You can't do that. So unfortunately, you need to add call to actions when you sell online. That's the way that you're telling the customer essentially what to do next. And you could say, something like, click below to learn more about the planner kit and all the pages that you get included with it. So being really specific, like tell the customer you get 8 pages included. Why? Because a lot of people don't read, unfortunately. And the more information you could provide visually or anywhere and everywhere that you could promote your store, the higher the probability that will be ingrained in their head. Oh, that comes with 8 pages. That's not a bad price. Let me go ahead and buy it now. So just keep that in mind. Addition to that, what I would do is, because this is an instant download, I would put that in the picture too. You could put an image that says, best part about it, this is an instant download, get yours today, right? Something to those terms, but telling the customer they don't have to wait. This is something that they could have within seconds of buying. People like instant gratification. So having those cues and those triggers really help you increase the likelihood of getting that sale at that current moment when they're browsing your store. So make sure that you add additional photos. Make sure that you add a call to action photo. Also telling people to favorite your store is a big one. I know you probably started your store this year. Well, yeah, this year, of course, this is 2020. This year, but what I would do is tell people, hey, favorite my store. The reason why you want people to favorite your store is like, let's say they didn't buy today, they didn't buy the planner, but you start adding more products and services to your store. Every single time that you add a product or service to your store, they get a notification saying that Planners by M just added a product. That's definitely going to help you out a lot to increase your sales because you're remarketing to these people for free, basically. So, you know how you get a notification up here? That's what they would get. They would get a notification right here saying that you added a new product or updated something in your store. And that's great marketing technique. These are people that already showed some type of interest, whether they like a listing and left, they still shown some type of interest. But so by simply liking your store, if you add new products and they come back, normally when a customer visits you the second time, the likelihood of them buying is way greater than the first time because they already engaged with your brand. So they kind of already seen you before. So they have a better expectation of your store. So just keep that in mind. That's another trick that you could start implementing on your photos, especially if you say, well, I'm running out of space. I don't know how many photos I should do. If I was to tell you right now, like the way I will open my store right now, brand new store, I will add all of these elements. These are things that I have learned by building my main store that has over 10,000 listings. And that one I implement every single strategy that I'm telling you today. And every strategy I'm telling you is going to help you increase your sales. So whether you get 3 more sales from notifications, whether you get 3 more sales because you told someone click below to learn more, whether you get 3 more sales because you did X, Y, and Z, everything adds at the end of the year. And your ultimate goal year after year is to do better than the year before and to increase your sales and also to say, okay, this is the amount of sales that I want to make per month. How can I get there, right? And then setting those standards of, okay, I'm going to do all these different strategies that when they come together, they help me build a stronger business, a business that is making me money, right? Because that's where we're building an Etsy business ultimately is to not only make an impact and become a brand and have something unique, but also to make money ultimately. So definitely add those additional elements to your photos. Let's go ahead and look at your title. So let me click on it again and closed it out by mistake. I think your title is good. I don't think it's stuff with keywords. Etsy does frown upon putting a lot of keywords in your title. Is something that I've been working on my listings, and it takes time to fix because, as I told you, I have my main store that has over 10,000 listings. So I have to fix that one first. That's the one I make the most money from. And it's very time consuming, but it's something that they don't want anymore. They want to be compliant with Google, and Google doesn't like when you stuff keywords in your title. You only have 3, so it's not too bad. Oh, you have 4 actually. 4. I think because you have the little brackets here or the little lines, it does separate it, makes it look a little bit cleaner. What I would do is just have your main keyword in the beginning of your title because that does hold the most weight for SEO. Keep in mind your main keyword should be in the beginning of your title. It should be on your first 155 characters of your meta description, and it should also be on your actual tags. That's an on-page and off-page SEO factor, and it's really important. So you're saying here the planner kit is your main keyword. You don't have it in your first 155 characters. And I don't believe you have it on here because I was looking at it earlier. You do have it here, so good job there. So you want to make sure that you put it in your meta description, which is this. The meta description is a snippet that's shown to Google. So when people search, right, for your particular listing, they see your meta description. So this is what it looks like. So to give you an idea, guys, this is a meta description right here. This is what people see when they Google you on Google, Yahoo, whatever. And if somebody was to type in planner kit, and let's say you rank for that keyword, this is what they're going to see. And this is what they see now. Planner kit overview, get healthy, create habits, and track your progress with health and wellness bundle which features the following, and it has 3x and it cuts off, right? This meta description is getting pulled from the first 155 characters of your listing description. It's getting pulled from here. So what you want to make sure that you do in your meta description is that you want to include the main keyword that you want to rank for. You also want to include a short description of what you're selling, follow with a call to action. So the call to action is get yours today or shop now. I'm going to show you one of mine that I set up really well so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is my XT shop critique that I offer on my store, right? So when you go to your actual listing and you're going to edit the listing, there's a trick that many people don't know about. If you go down here, like you write your meta description and you want to include it up here, right? In the first 155 characters. If you go down here, it says preview listing as Google search results. If you click there, it shows you your meta description, you see? So you're able to look at it when you're creating your listing, you're able to see it and be like, okay, it looks good, or, oh, it's getting cut off, let me fix it. Because you're so limited in characters. So mine is, hi, I'm Nancy, nice to meet you. Get my XC shop critique, right? That's my main keyword that I'm trying to rank. That's the keyword that I'm using as my title page. That's the keyword that I'm using as my main keyword. So you want to include it here. Yours will be the planner kit that we were just talking about. And let me help you build a thriving XC business. That's another keyword I want to rank for. Click to learn more and get yours today. So this is what people see in Google. So you see how that's more enticing, more engaging. I'm telling the customer who I am, what you get. Let me help you build a thriving business, and click to get yours today, right? That's my call to action. Or click to learn more, or click to buy yours today, or hurry, offer ends soon. Whatever it is, you have to tell people what to do next. You can't just simply just write something and just don't finish it with some type of call to action. So this is a cool trick that you could start using to preview your actual meta description before you publish it. And that way, you know, it's not getting cut off and you can see it completely. So I highly recommend start doing that for all of your listings. But you definitely will need to work on that. Let's look at your SEO real quick. Now, SEO is a little bit hard to do at the current moment because of the pandemic, right? The numbers are skewed. Everything is skewed. People are not shopping like normal. People that normally will buy stuff like this are probably not buying as much now. Not saying that they're not buying, because there are stores that sell planners and they're making a killing, right? Because they have established themselves as a brand and they have done everything and anything to promote themselves. So at this point, they're making a killing while other planner stores are barely making money. But that's based on how well you set yourself up as a business owner and as an Etsy owner. But because of the pandemic that we're facing, the numbers are a little bit skewed. As you can see, printables, a lot of people are searching for that. Printable planners, a lot of people are searching for that. This is monthly search volume, 13,000 people. They're still searching. So there's still a way for you to make money. What I would do is keep in mind that something like planner, printables, planner, and printables is kind of the same thing when it comes for SEO. The algorithm will take notice and know that if somebody typed in planner, printable, because you have both words here, you don't necessarily have to have it together here. Do you want relevancy? Like sometimes if the person types in a specific keyword and you have it specific that way also, then you rank higher in the search results. That is true. So you might want to leave yours, especially because these are the only ones right now that are giving you some traction. But in the future, just keep that in mind that Google does understand if it's two words, and even if they're separate, but somebody types them in the search results as together, they'll still find your products and services. So what I would do is just keep the ones that people are actually searching for right now, even though the competition is not the best keyword because you have too much of a competition. So ultimately, because right now it's going to be a little bit hard for you to do it. Ultimately, what you want to do is you want to sit down, think about, okay, when somebody's searching for this particular product, my ideal customer, how would they search for this product? What type of keywords would they use? So then what you do is you start thinking about, okay, you start writing it down. You start thinking, okay, they would search for this particular keyword, this, this, and this. So then you come up with, I would say 12 to 15 keywords. Then if you use eRank, I use eRank Pro. I recommend it. They have a tool called Keyword Explorer. If you go up here, you're able to put in every single keyword that you just thought about that describes your ideal customer when they're searching for your product. If you type it on the Keyword Explorer, you'll be able to go ahead and find additional keywords that people are searching for your product. So that way, you're not just repeating the same keywords over and over and over, kind of like how you have it right now. You're able to expand your keyword search and then get found by more people. That's ultimately what you want to do. On top of that, you're using keywords that your ideal customer is searching for. So you don't want to show your products to everybody and anybody. You want to show your products to people that are really interested in your products, that are willing to buy from you. So that's the reason why you want to kind of like narrow it down to those people. It's better to get less impressions and less views, but you're getting the views from people that are quality people that are going to buy, than for you to get tons of impressions, tons of views, but no one's buying from you, because that ultimately hurts your conversion rate. And if your conversion rate goes down, Etsy's algorithm is going to say, okay, well, no one's really buying from the store, so this is not a bestseller, right? They put listings that are a bestseller. They're going to be like, let's go ahead and put this listing buried in the search results. And you don't want to pick keywords that have this much competition. I always say get keywords that have 30,000 or less. You are in a saturated market selling planners. It doesn't mean that you cannot be successful. Don't get that wrong. If you have a micro niche and you're able to make yourself the industry leader in your niche and have something creative and brand yourself correctly and use other platforms besides Etsy, you're able to dominate the Google search results. You're able to drive unlimited traffic to your shop and really scale your business. But you have to put in a lot of work in order to do that. If you go to the search results and you type in the word planner, which is the one that we were just looking at, they have 713,000 other people you're competing. So if you're not spending money on ads right now and you're just trying to rank organically, it's going to be almost impossible for you to rank organically. If you were to spend ads, your cost per click is going to be very, very high. The reason why is because anytime that you're competing with a keyword that the cost per click is very, very high, what that usually means is that because you're competing with so many other people, your cost per click is going to go up. If you use a keyword that not too many people are using, your cost per click will always be lower. Always remember that. That works for any company, whether you're promoting on Etsy, whether you're doing a Facebook ad, whether you're doing a Pinterest, Twitter, it doesn't matter where you promote. That is the standard rule. Keywords that have a lot of competition are going to cost you more. Keywords that have less competition will be a lot cheaper. So just keep that in mind. Planner is a good keyword for you, right? Because you do sell planner. Is it a good keyword for your store right now? Probably not. Unless you go to the actual data behind your store and you see that you are getting traffic using that keyword, maybe keep it. But if you see like, unfortunately, you're not getting any traffic from that keyword, my recommendation is to go ahead and remove it, because you're not going to get it organically. It's going to be really hard for you because of how many people have that keyword. So let's go back to your store and look at the additional SEO on-page factors that I want to talk about. Another thing you want to do is that once you redo your keywords, you have the new keywords, you found keywords that you could potentially rank for, that don't have too much competition, that are under 30,000 if possible, that are keywords that your potential customer is searching for. What you want to do is optimize your listing for SEO. I was checking earlier, you don't have it optimized. If I type in, let's say the word planner pack, let's see if you have it in your planner pack. You have it here as a keyword. You don't have it in your listing description, and you have it down here, which is perfect. So you want to optimize your store for SEO. So you want to optimize not only your store, but your listing description. You don't have it optimized right now. If I type in, another keyword is designs and templates, right? That's what you have down here. Designs and templates. You don't have it nowhere else. You see, you don't have it in your listing description. So you're not optimizing your listing for SEO. You definitely want to do that. When you optimize your listing for SEO and people type in these particular keywords on the search results, what that does is the algorithm takes notice that you have them, and it drives you more traffic back to your store. So you definitely want to optimize your listing for SEO. Is really, really important. It's one of the things that many people don't do, but it's going to help you get more visibility. And when you do that and you do it correctly, you're going to see a boost of SEO back to your store. You're going to see more traffic, and that's when the sales starts increasing, because the more traffic you drive back to your store, the more the probability of getting more sales. So just keep that in mind. That's something that you definitely need to work on, but it's an important factor, right, to drive traffic. So you have to do it. Another thing is making sure that you are using the right attributes, that you're using all 13 tags. You have 12 right now. Always use 13. Try to always have that thing that you use all of them. The more keywords you add, the higher the probability of getting found. You did a good job with your category. So there, I don't have to say anything. Attributes, I think you did a really great job as well. Attributes work like tags. So keep that in mind. You could add additional tags by using attributes. Just make sure that whatever attribute you use, it really describes what you're selling, because if it doesn't, it hurts your conversion rate as well. Because if people start seeing your product based on something you put in there, but really it doesn't describe your product, then it could backfire on you. So just keep that in mind. So let's go back to your store. So great job on those things. Your listing description, by the way, I think that you did a good job in the sense of including everything and anything the customer needs to know. Is really simple to follow. The only thing I would suggest is that you could have your social media handles in your actual banner up here, where people actually might see it more. And then what I would do is add hyperlinks to your listing. So you could have a link that goes back to your homepage, or a link that goes back to similar products. Ultimately, what you want to do is when somebody's reading the listing description, you want them to be engaged with your store. You want them to click and go to your store. You don't want them to do this. Keep going down, and then they see your competitors on here. And they're like, oh, what is this? And then they leave your store. So by you having links here, right, up to 3 links, maybe 2 to 3, by you having the links here, they won't keep doing this. They'll click on the link, and now they're inside your store, right? Now when they click, they'll be here. There's no competition here, right? That's what you want. That's another hack that you could start implementing on your listings to, 1, increase your click-through rate, 2, keep them longer in your page, 3, now they're engaging with your brand, 4, they might find another product that they weren't really looking for that they actually like even more, 5, it might close the sale, right? That's the ultimate goal. So that's something else that I recommend you doing in your store. Let's look at your Instagram. So I could follow you, unless I already follow. Oh, I don't follow you. I'm sorry. Follow you now. So great. You're very pretty, by the way. My God. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Okay. Sorry about that. Great job with your pictures. I think they look really, really great. It kind of goes with who you are, I guess, right? Your brand and what you're representing. I like this here. I like your bios, nice and sweet. I like that you have your Etsy store there. I think this is okay. It doesn't look bad. Um, you have you're using captions, you're using questions, you have your hashtags. This one's a really good one because you have a long caption, which is really important. Awesome. Yeah, I think you're doing good. I'm assuming you just started your Instagram account. Let's see when you open it, April 28th. Oh, yeah, you're doing pretty good then for being a brand new Instagram account. And the fact that you have this many posts already, that's amazing. So, yeah, good job on that. What I would definitely do is keep working at it. Pinterest is remarkable in driving traffic to your store. So I get about 1 to 2 million monthly views. It has gone down because of the pandemic. But when we weren't going through the pandemic, I was getting like 5 to 10 million views per month just using Pinterest. So Pinterest is amazing. So great job for having a Pinterest account set up. I actually also have a Pinterest course just in case anyone is interested. But yeah, I mean, you've done a really good job for startup. I think that like your branding looks good. I love your logo. I love your picture, your banner up here. It's very clean and minimalist look. I love the branding colors like the pink and black. And so in that sense, you're doing really good. I think the most important part is optimizing your store for SEO, optimizing your listings for SEO, and saying to yourself, okay, these are okay photos. How can I make them amazing, right? How can I make them look even better? How can I produce not just one photo of my product, but have at least the 10 photos that Etsy allows you to do, right? But I think the biggest takeaway is SEO and your photos. And then adding those additional things here and there to increase the engagement, to increase people staying in your brand and learning more about your products. But you are off to a great start. You really are. So you should be very proud of yourself. Guys, if you have any questions or you guys have any tips for her, leave them below. I mean, we could all help each other grow. Please leave them below. And thank you guys so much for watching this video.